the act of changing your tensions can sometimes get people in a little bit of a, oh no, what do I do? But I've gone ahead and put some variegated thread in our needle, and I've got the pink thread down in our bobbin, so we can see what's actually going on. I've picked a really wide zigzag because that really is a great stitch to see how the two threads are coming together. Now on the back side, we see the pink and we see just a little dot of that variegated thread, especially when it's not the pink color, a little turquoise, a little bit. That is okay. You want to see that on the back side. We definitely don't want to see that on the top. Now when we pick decorative stitches, so let's go ahead and pick we'll just find a fun decorative stitch here. How about row 4, number 20. So we'll go to the stitch menu, go down to row 4, the decorative, and 2, 0. Now when we look at the set menu for the tension, that tension is automatically less than what it would normally be at for regular sewing. But I also have 2 different weights of thread in my needle and in my bobbin. So I might have some difference in how it actually comes together. So we'll sew a little bit of this. Let's go ahead, I'll push the selective thread cutter. I'll do that because then when it gets to the end of the pattern, it will lock and cut all at the same time. Now push that while you're actually in motion, and that works the best. So again, what we want is that we want the variegated thread to get pulled to the back side. We see the pink thread on the back. Now, if you happen to see too much of it, then we'd want to make sure that this got tightened. So you'd go to a higher number and kind of pull it back up. Still want to have some of it showing on the back side. But if you want more of it to pull to the back, because maybe if we were seeing some of the pink on the top, we would want to loosen it, so a smaller number. So we could go to the set menu and take our thread tension and lower it even more. Let's take it all the way down to 2. Oh, here's a little less than 2. And we'll do the same stitch just one time here. And we'll see if we see the difference. By the way, when I change tension, I want to change it for like a whole number, not just with like point something of. I'm going to pull it. Now see how here we have way too much of the decorative thread showing on the back side, where this looked a lot prettier. This, well, we loosened it, so that made the bobbin tighter and it pulled more to the back side. So you want to just find where it's a happy medium, where we don't see any of the pink thread on the top, and that balance is what you're looking for. Remember, if you go one direction because you don't remember which way to go, it will either get worse or better. And if it gets worse, well, then it was the other direction you were supposed to go. Just remember, turn it in whole numbers, usually at least a whole number or a whole number and a half worth of distance, to really see if you're changing the tension. Now, if nothing is changing as you're kind of going up, maybe you start going up 2 numbers, maybe tension's not the issue. Maybe you have something not threaded correctly. Maybe the needle's not right for the thickness of thread you've selected, or the fabric. There's lots of different variables, and tension should not be the first thing that you reach for if you're having any issues with the machine. But if you want to play around with it, especially when you start working with different weights of thread, just use the set menu and increase or decrease the tension as needed.